Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how we do lateral run out on this. And right now, what I have hooked up is a dial indicator. And it's got a vice grip right there that you can hook it to the upper control arm or anything that's a good surface on here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the middle of the rotor. And this machine measures in thousandths. And you want to go ahead and zero it out. And the specifications for it was 10 millimeters. So about roughly 4 thousandths of run out. We're going to go ahead and turn it, see if there's any difference in it. And there is slightly, but not too much. Maybe about 2 thousandths, 3 thousandths, maybe 2.5 thousandths, roughly. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a probe cut. And the way this works is you want to have the adapter specifically made for the car put on here, and then you want to take this, level it, and put it on here, okay? And once that happens, you're going to go ahead and tighten this down, and this is what secures the whole machine itself to the rotor. And when you do this, you want to make sure the caliper is off and it's hanging. And right now, it's already set up and level now. When you do this, before you do anything, okay, before you do this, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and take the cord and plug it in. And as you can see, it will do that. And now that it's ready, what you want to do, you want to go ahead and make sure the blades are off, and then you want to go ahead and press this switch, and it will start spinning the rotor. Now once you press start, it will go ahead and start calibrating itself. And now that's already calibrated. When you come over here, okay, now these dials, they have thousands on them. They have 2 thousandths, 1 thousandths, 3 thousandths, stuff like that. Okay, now when you first start this, what you want to do, you want to back these off a little bit. Okay, so they're backed off. Make sure this is loose. And you want to go ahead and bring this. You want to go ahead and bring the blades to the middle of the rotor over here. So about maybe right there, let's say. And you want to turn these in until they're barely touching. You want to do this somewhat carefully, so that when it's barely touching, you go ahead and take a certain amount off. Alright, now it's barely touching. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and pull this out and zero the machine out. Now you want to do the same thing with the other side. And now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and take this and bring it in. To right about where this rust spot is in here. Right about there. And you want to go ahead and bring this in. Maybe a 2 thousandths cut. You want to go ahead and make sure that this is tight, and then you want to come back here, and this knob itself will go ahead and start pushing it in. When you push it, it'll go ahead and start doing itself. Sometimes you got to give it just a little bit of a hard tap, because pushing it won't exactly do it that well. But you'll go ahead and start making your cut. Okay, so we're just now on the last part of our cut, and as you can see, the rotor looks a heck of a lot better. Just a little bit. I did a tiny bit of a cut, not too much. And now, that's on its last leg. And now that's finally done, we can go ahead and take this, pull that out. And we're going to go ahead and bring it out. unlock the blades. And we'll go ahead and shut the machine off. And then you can go ahead and see how good of a cut you did and see if there's any more abrasions on there. And you want to go ahead and loosen this. Loosen this knob here. Once you got it loose, go ahead and pick the machine up, pull it out, and then just set it aside gently for the next person to use. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use the Amco brake lathe. Now this is one of the ones that you typically find at independent shops and major corporations, but they really don't use them that much. Now, when you get the rotor, you want to clean the face of the rotor with a smooth grinding pad. As soon as you do that, you want to take the chuck right here, and you want to go ahead and place it in the middle of the disc assembly. And there should be some arrows on here that indicates which ones go to which. And you want to go ahead and make it centered, and you want to go ahead and take this key and turn it tight like so. I'll make sure it's good in there. And once you have it like that, now as you can see around here I have a leather strip. Now this dampens the noise whenever we do cuts on the brake lathe. Now as you can see, I have different types of things here. This is what's called a clutch. This is one of the spacers for the middle, and this is a big spacer that you got to take and put on the brake lathe. And you want to go ahead and slide that on the lathe first. And you want to go ahead and take your rotor and slide it on here. Make sure you line it up correctly. And you want to go ahead and do that. Then you want to go ahead and take your key, your Allen, or your clutch, excuse me, and the head itself on here. You want to go ahead and put the clutch on first, then the spacer. Now this has threads inside it, and these are reverse threads, which means they turn a different way. So you want to go ahead and put those on there. You want to go ahead and snug that up first. Then you want to take the key and tighten the outer clamps right here up. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then once you have them tight, you want to go ahead and take a big adjustable wrench and put it on the end of this, on the nut. And you want to go ahead and turn the rotor a bit and tighten this up. Not too much, but snug it up just a little bit to where the rotor won't fly off. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to set the rotor up itself. Now what you want to do is you want to take this switch right here, flip that on, and the rotor will start spinning and the whole machine will start on. Now right here, this lever right here is what you use to turn the blades in and out to get closer. And we're going to go ahead and turn it in to where it's about halfway in between the rotor, right about there, I'd say. And these dials right here, these control the blades. Now you want to make sure these are loose right here, otherwise the blades won't be able to move. And these represent thousands, which means like 2,000s, 4,000s, 6,000s, and so on and so forth. And you want to go ahead and bring these in to where they're just barely touching the rotor. Barely touching. And you want to go ahead and zero them out. Sorry about that. And then you're going to go ahead and take this and zero it out. You want to do the same thing with both blades. And go ahead and turn it to where it's barely touching. You want to go ahead and zero it out. Then you want to go ahead and take this and turn it in to where it's touching the almost middle section of it. Now that's there. And then you want to go ahead and bring it to, well, let's do about 2,000s. About 2,000s there. I'm going to go ahead and tighten and lock the blades. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Bring that in. And then lock that up. And now this lever back here, this decides whether you do a slow cut or a fast cut, but we're going to go ahead and do a fast cut. And then the machine itself will start moving, as you can see here. this will start moving when you put it on slow cut, because the mechanism itself is going to be going outward, and then you've got to make sure to keep an eye on the machine